I mean, we played New York. We beat New York by I think 15 or so. Pretty comfortably without AD. We were playing well. We get in the locker room after the game. I'm sitting by Brian. We're just talking about bullshit, and I was like, everybody was kind of falling into roles, and everybody was bought in. Like I said, we were playing well, and I was like, we're gonna be all right. Like once we get AD back, obviously he's a big piece of what we were going to do at the time, but. Like I said, we just beat them, and I was like, we're gonna be all right. And he was like, yeah, we're gonna be good. And get on the bus and talk to my family. Everybody did media. Get on the bus, and we're like 5 minutes away from the hotel, and our group chat starts going crazy. And I was like, and I honestly, I hardly ever look at the group chat, to be honest, because it's just they talk about whatever. And so, it was a big.
There's such a delta in age for the possibilities of that chat too.
The conversations are. I mean, it could be about the weather. It's anything. So
401k or cartoons.
So I thought a couple people just texted because we had a couple guys out and just texted about a win or whatever, go win, whatever. And the first thing I looked at, I pulled my phone up. AD said they traded me. And if anybody knows AD, I don't know if you know AD very well, he jokes around a lot. So I laughed and I put my phone down. And my phone kept going off. And I was like, what the hell? So I pulled up Instagram and I seen Sham's tweet or post or whatever called Aaron and Reggie. And I was like, what the fuck? And they were like, there's no way this is real. And I was like, all right, cool. Let me know if you hear anything else. Call one of our assistant coaches, Bo. And I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, and that's all he said. And I was like, what? He was like, it's real. And I was like, okay, why do you know that? And he was like, I'm sitting by Max Christie. And I was like, oh shit, this is actually real. So I was obviously hurt at the time because, had a really good relationship with Max, had a really, really, really good relationship with AD. So, that aspect of I was with AD for 4 years, with Max I think for 3, so being around them every single day for the year is you wake up the next day. I think Max left at 4:00 that morning to go to Dallas, so it's just gone. And then we get Luka though, and like you said, incredible player, a generational player, like you said. Nobody thought that he would get traded at that age. Anytime, honestly. So, everything happens for a reason. Like you said, I'm really excited about what we got.
Incredible. But I keep thinking there's got to be shit we don't know. And maybe spill the beans.
I'm gonna let you ask those questions. I'm not.
Because Cuban gives up ownerships in the Mavs, right? He doesn't have percentage anymore. And there's new people in charge. And then they get Luka must have pissed someone off. He must have pissed somebody off.
Well, yeah, I think we know enough of the story is that Nico was obsessed with Kobe.
Yeah.
And he had that relationship with Pelinka forever. And then somehow Pelinka convinced Nico that there was uncertainty on whether or not he'd want to stay a Laker. And so a guy at probably his worst is the 3rd or 4th best player in the world was traded after making 5 first team all NBA by 25, where Hall of Famers may not make it twice. And, it's one thing to trade him. It's the other thing to not build a market for that kind of asset.
Yeah.
And so this thing was almost as if Nico thought Pelinka was doing him the favor by keeping it quiet.
Yeah.
When Pelinka's probably in private moments going, I can't fucking believe we're going to get this guy. Yeah. But I'll tell him we've got to move fast when we, don't shop him because I may get cold feet. Yeah. A lot of the stuff that came out about that was just, it's an awful trade. It's the worst trade in the history of the league because of what Luka is at that age, not being disrespectful of AD.
For sure.
Okay. It's an age, it's an injury history thing. These are real discussions, but to not build them, if you're going to do it, if you're sick of Luka's deal for whatever reason, then you have to build a market. and he didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
And the Lakers just continue on this epic run of acquisitions.
Yeah, well, like as a fan, you're always pissed at the GM, right? You're like, why did you do that? Why
They're a little extra pissed.
You fall in love with guys.
Poor
and
Gallagher has to live this all again.
You know what I mean? But all of a sudden, it was like, Rob Pelinka's a genius. The man is a transcendent spiritual giant.
I ain't gonna lie. The first game we played in Dallas after that, I will never in my career of basketball, see anything like that. That was.
Are you guys like almost forgetting you're in the game? You know,
No,
as players just looking around going, this place is pissed off.
They fouled Luka like the first 2 minutes of the game, and it started. It was, I don't know if it was fire Nico or fuck Nico. Can't remember which one it was, but like it was from tip off to the end of the game, just going crazy. And like every time Luka scored, it was like,
and he went crazy in the first half too.
He went crazy. I think he had 45 or something. So it's like we were like, please go for 7. Like we didn't kill. Like, please go kill. I remember I told JJ it was either the start of the 4th or end of the 3rd. We were up like 10. He subbed Luka out. They went on a little run, and I went over to JJ and was like, hey, look, like just put him back in the game. Like he's going to win us the game, and he's going to have 50, and this is going to be great for the team. Like the embrace, like the way he did it, and the way I felt like everybody was, there for it. Like everybody wanted it to happen on our team. It was really good for us.
I remember we did Trey and I did an ep with Najee Marshall a couple weeks afterwards, and even he was like they want to win the game.
Yeah.
But even the Mavs players are like rooting for Luka. They're like it's like a storybook movie where everybody wants the same thing, which is like this dude to just go crazy.
No, he did that.
It was a bummer that AD didn't play though.
He did play.
He did play in that game.
He did play.
No, he was injured.
Anyways, if AD, if you watch this, I'm like, you're like 0 for 4 when I guard you.
Oh, I thought AD was injured in that game in the first.
No, he didn't play when they came back here.
Okay, maybe that's what it is.
Can you understand as a maybe like at this point one of the sort of preeminent Laker fans? If you were to take 5 steps back, can you understand why Luka ending up on the Lakers pisses off the fans of every other team?
Oh yeah, I sit next to Jimmy Goldstein at the games, and Jimmy Goldstein, he hates the Lakers.
Really?
Yeah. Do you guys know that? He roots for the other team at every game, and I'm like, Jimmy, what the fuck, man?
I didn't know that.
He hates the Lakers.
I didn't know. Interesting.
Yeah, and the reason he hates the Lakers is he's from Wisconsin, and when Kareem left the Bucks to come to LA, he was so bitter, and since then he goes, it's not fair. All the players want to come to LA. All the best players want to come because they get the best press, they have the best weather, they all the reasons, and he's bitter about it, and he's super angry, and I realize that sentiment is commonplace, and I've been in many an argument. I almost got in a fight in the Boston airport one time when I flew out to see.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
No, guys surrounded me, man. It was when the Lakers. I mean, it was before your days, but when it was 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, 2010 game.
Well, we won
5, and the Lakers went down 3-2. No. I guess it was 2-2. I can't remember. They came back and won 6 and 7 and 1.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Came back.
Whatever happened, they won a championship that year.
Oh yeah, it was good.
Exactly.
It was good. It was.
What was the fight?
All these guys who just I was like all Lakered out, and they came up and they were just like sweating me hard, and I was just like, go Lakers, and they were like saying, well, remember when you had the confetti in the game, the confetti game, and you couldn't release the confetti, and I was just like, the Celtics sucked. The Lakers didn't go home, win Game 6 and Game 7, and I sat there in a box with Michelle Obama in Game 7 and watched the Lakers win.
That's crazy.
I'm losing my mind.